Google local service ads. What are they? How do they work? And should you be using them for your local business? We're gonna be covering all of those questions and more in this video, so stay tuned. So the first question you might have is, what are Google local service ads? Well, put simply, Google local service ads are the newest way to advertise on Google's platform, and they are both the easiest to set up and the easiest to manage. Now, I can tell you a ton about Google local service ads, but it might be more helpful for me to show you what these look like so I can better explain to you how they work. So we are in my computer now, and I went ahead and searched up roofers near me. That's applicable for any of the services that you can find for Google local service ads. And what we're gonna notice is the first thing that pops up are these Google guaranteed contractors. So we have Worthman Roofing and Gutters, we have Eustace Roofing, and it should be noted that these are the Google local service ads. Now, right underneath that, we're gonna have the traditional Google ads, which were formerly known as Google AdWords. Now, these are different from Google local service ads in the way that they charge the customer. So these actually are charged per click. You may have heard of Google PPC, or pay per click. They're actually gonna get charged if I click on the website. So I'm not gonna do that right now, but you can see that these are sponsored posts. Now, underneath the traditional Google ads, we're gonna have the Google My Business listings. Now, it's really important that you optimize your company so you can appear here as well, but that deserves a video all in of itself. But I just want to give you guys a quick framework for what a customer journey might be like for somebody who uses Google local service ads. Underneath the Google My Business listings, we're then going to have our traditional SEO, search engine optimization. So this is where you rank organically when somebody looks up a roofer in your area or XYZ service in your area. You can see Quality Roofing Solutions is here, high-low roofing. This is your traditional SEO, and you also want to rank for those, but they do not get charged if I click on the link. Now, I show you guys all of that because I want to make it a point to show you the placement of these Google local service ads. It's so important because they actually are the first thing to pop up on your screen when you look up a service in your area. And so it's so important that we're on Google local service ads, because if we're not, we're going to be giving our competitors all of that traffic for anybody who does not scroll down the page to look at the more organic listings. Now, the next question that you might have would be, what is the Google guarantee? We can see that these contractors are Google guaranteed. The Google guarantee is effectively a $2,000 credit that Google will pay towards the homeowners, or towards the leads in this case, if the contractor or the advertiser does not fulfill on their services. So this would be the case for a roofer if you took a down deposit on a roofing project and then you never installed the roof or did the tear off or anything like that. Now, this is not for frivolous claims, so this isn't for if somebody did not show up to an appointment or they were late or anything like that. It's really just for large events or big things that happen that would make the contractor not able to fulfill in their services, like if they went out of business or they tried to take your money and run. Google is going to guarantee the homeowner or the lead $2,000 if they went through the Google guaranteed ads. Now, something that's really important to note here is the ways in which the leads can communicate to the advertiser using Google local service ads. You'll notice here that we only have two options: message or get phone number, right? You can also have a booking option if you're using a service like Service Titan or Go High Level that has booking capabilities. I recommend that everybody just start with the messaging and the phone call option. But what's really important here is that they cannot go to your website. And so if we click on one of these, for example, you'll see there's no option on my screen for them to go to a website. And so this makes it very easy for contractors to set up their ads, because they don't have to have an amazing landing page like you do with Google pay-per-click ads. It's a very stark contrast. So if you're employing Google pay-per-click ads in the roofing space, you might pay $20 for a click for a keyword like roofers near me. And that is not for a lead. It's up to the contractor at that point to have that lead fill out a form on their page and submit their information. Contrast this with Google local service ads. You're only paying when somebody reaches out via a phone call or via a message. It's also really important to note that all of these calls are recorded. So in the event that somebody reaches out and they say, hey, I'm looking for work, are you guys hiring? Or anything like that, or they are out of your service area, or they're asking for a service that you guys don't provide, it's very easy to get a refund on Google for that lead. And it makes your job incredibly easy as a marketer or as a business owner to manage your ads. Now you're gonna see on here that you're gonna go ahead and put your services in. So these are the different services that this particular contractor has. And so if you call about, say, gutters and they don't do gutters, then it's very easy for them to get a refund for this lead. Really all that we have on here that's important is the services and the reviews. So all of your reviews from your Google My Business will be taken and put into your Google Local Service Ads profile. So they are one and the same, which is another really important point. Now, I talked about this before, but I want to hit it on again. One of the biggest advantages of Google Local Service Ads is that you only pay per lead. So if you're running Facebook ads, for example, you could be you are paying for impressions, right? So you're paying for people to see your ad. If you're using traditional Google ads, you're paying when somebody clicks on your ad. But with Google Local Service Ads, you're only paying when somebody becomes a lead. And the cost for a lead can vary widely depending on what service you provide. So in the roofing space, for example, you could be paying anywhere from $20 or $40 all the way up to $100 to maybe even $150 at the time that you're watching this video. And depending on your market, a market like Fort Worth, Texas would be much more competitive than Orlando, Florida, for example. Now, the last thing that I want to cover in this short video is how to get started with Google Local Service Ads. So these are by far the easiest ads to set up when it comes to advertising for local service businesses. They're much easier than Facebook or traditional Google ads. And it's as simple as going to Google and looking up Google Local Service Ads Setup. You can go past the sponsored post here and the help and go all the way down to ads.google.com. We know we're in the right place, and click on that link. I will also drop a link to this page in the description of this video to make it easier for you guys to navigate here. Once we're on here, you're just going to click on the Get Started at the top right of your screen to go ahead and start the process of setting these up. I'm not going to do that in this video because it would be another 15 or 30 minutes long, but it's very, very easy. You're just going to answer some questions about the different services that you guys provide, the areas that you guys service, and your weekly budget that you would like to be your maximum. Now, one thing about Google Local Service Ads, it is a little bit harder to determine how much to spend on here, simply because Google will not always spend what your maximum budget is. It's much easier on, say, Facebook. When you tell Facebook to spend $50 a day, it will spend $50 every single day without fail. Same goes with Google Ads. But with the Google Local Service Ads, you can put in a weekly budget of $5,000, and for whatever reason, Google that month might only spend $1,000 where you told it to spend $5,000. And so you want to make sure that you are answering the phones quickly. If people are calling, if they're going to voicemail frequently, they will stop showing your ads. Answering messages that come in quickly. If you are taking hours to respond, Google will also stop showing your ads. The last thing to mention on here as well is that you are going to have a background check done if you are applying for Google Local Service Ads, just to check for major felonies or criminal activity. And so if that is a problem, then Google Local Service Ads might not be for you. And that process can take a week or longer to come back. And so that is usually what takes the longest amount of time to get your Google Local Service Ads running. I hope this video answered a ton of your questions about Google Local Service Ads. If you have any more questions, drop links or drop some comments down below, whatever questions you guys have. And until the next one.